What's the mindset for the team heading into this road trip?
Well, that's a great question. I am concerned about where we're at mentally and emotionally. We've had 2-3 pretty big weeks, a couple wins on the road. We have the UA rival game at Anchorage that went to the wire, and then the good weekend here with beating Western Washington. So, we should be excited. You try to talk about March and March Madness and those type of things. So, and then we're playing good teams. We're playing, two of the, I think, top teams in the league this weekend. So it's going to be tough. So we got to be ready to go. Hopefully we're in a good frame of mind. I know we're confident. I know we're feeling good about how we're playing. Now we have to just make sure that we go out and compete. You want to be playing important games this time of year, and that's what I tell our guys, and they are. They're important for seeding. We may turn around and play them right away. We have a very good chance of playing MSU Billings maybe right away in the GNAC tournament opening round, and you want to get as high as you can. We talked about 18 GNAC games, and let's play it and see where we end up, and we still have 2 left. It's hard during the ride, during the season, to sit back and enjoy it because you're always looking to the next thing, but definitely winning gives you energy and energizes you for the next game, and so we're kind of rolling with it, but it's been great, and in the off season it's going to be fun to look back at some of these things we did with this team. What's
it been like to see this kind of a quick turnaround?
Well, I think you would like to think you feel for me being the head coach in the second season, also for Sergey and Dom and Steph who was with me last year in the first season, and kind of seeing the program grow and mature, and it's kind of neat to have those guys experience this, because last year was very difficult, even though it was an important process and to go through and to kind of see what we needed to do with the program. But you feel great for these 3 because putting them through some success, and now they understand what the hard work all means.
Talk a little bit about the Billings matchup.
Well, it's hard to even look at that game. We played it the first weekend of the league, and then you play them the last weekend in the league, so it's almost 2 different teams. They have some players that aren't starting now. They have a couple players that aren't on the team. We're totally different. Obviously, the more games we've played, the better we've gotten. So I think both teams have gotten better. MSU Billings, where they scare you, is that they want to play fast. And you're going on the road, you're going to their home court, and so you definitely got to make sure, you get back, get your defense set, and that's probably the number 1 thing going in. Then number 2, they do a great job with their pressure defense. Not everybody in the league plays pressure defense, and they want to turn you over, and that's an area that we turn it over at times, and so those 2 areas are critical for the game Thursday against MSU Billings. But I like their team. They have a lot of seniors, an experienced team, athletic team, and I think they're playing some of their best basketball right now.
So you have another top 4 team that you're playing this week after playing Western a week ago. Do you kind of have the same mentality with SPU that you did with Western Washington, because SPU presents a lot of threats based on what they did here in Fairbanks back in the end of November?
Well, I think you do. I think our guys know that they've been ranked nationally too, and they're not very far, if any, behind Western Washington. So, it's a team that handled us pretty well here. It was a 20-point loss, and then the last few minutes we cut it, I think, to 12 and made the score respectable. But they did a lot of good things. I would like to think we're much better. It's going to be interesting to see when we play them, just to see how far we've come, because it's a very good team in their building, senior night, those type of things. And the thing that stands out with them against us all the time is how they rebound the basketball and how they defend us. So I'm anxious to see if we've grown up in those areas when we play Seattle Pacific Saturday night.